Happy Monday! Yay! I'm so glad to be back home and ready to jump back into a normal week, hopefully. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had an extremely restful weekend. It was so great. I got back home from Indianapolis on late Friday night and just took the last 2 days to just rest, and it was so great. So today we're going to be talking about friendship, and we're going to be talking about a lesson that I learned or was reinforced to me this weekend, really on Friday, about friends who challenge you instead of coddle you. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. Good morning, everyone. If you are new, I'd love to know that. Leave a comment with your name and let me know that you're new. And you guys, oh my goodness, the funniest thing about speaking in Indianapolis, I spoke at the MOPS conference, was, so I'm speaking about Bridget, welcome. I'm speaking about saying goodbye to survival mode, okay? And then at the very end of my talk, I'm all done. It's this great talk. Good morning, Sandy. I just felt like there was so much energy in the room and it was so great. And at the very end of the talk, I get all done and I take my water bottle and I just swipe it across my computer. Welcome, Sandy. Welcome, Christina. Swipe it all across my computer, and so there's water that pours all over my computer keyboard, and so picking it up, trying to keep it from completely getting ruined, because I had to speak again and I had to use my computer again. So anyway, gratefully my computer is okay, but it just cracked me up because I was like, this is real life. This is real life. Okay, so you were there for that Days of Nights. Yes, it was funny, but my computer is good. Okay, so for those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne. I am the founder of MoneySavingMom.com. Welcome, Cammie. And I am also the creator of the 14-day online course called Makeover Your Mornings, and that's at makeoveryourmornings.com. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for your kind encouragement. So if you are interested in finding ways to use your mornings well, to live more with intention, to start your day well, thank you for talking about my matching necklace. I don't wear this necklace very often because it is gold and I wear more silver. But if you're struggling with mornings and you're wanting to get them in better order and to live with more intention, especially starting your days well, go to makeoveryourmornings.com, scroll all the way down on that page, and you can type in your name and your email address, and we will send you the very first day of that course for free. So that's at makeoveryourmornings.com. Aw, thanks, Chloe, for giving me the hearts. That's so sweet of her. My kids are really big into giving hearts, and so anytime I'm watching one of my friends, they're like, is it live? Is it live? Is it live? Can we give hearts? I don't know. For some reason, it's more exciting for them to give hearts when it's live than when it's a replay. But anyway, okay. I am also wife to Jesse. We've been married for 12 and a half years, and we have 3 kids. Catherine is 10, Caitlin is 8, and Silas is 6. And we homeschool, and we live in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So what's this thing about friends who challenge you versus friends who coddle you? Well, okay, so if you were here on Friday for our kind of crazy long makeup quote-unquote tutorial, and if you weren't here on Friday for that, that is at catch.me. Thanks, Suze. Catch.me/MoneySavingMom. So that's katch.me/MoneySavingMom. All of my scopes from the last 2 weeks are there. So I did this makeup and hair tutorial that was it was fun. It was, hi Holly, it was fun, and it was, a little bit very off the cuff, very real life, because it was in my hotel room. And but anyway, so I did this, and one of my friends, after I did this, she sent me a text, and I want to read this to you. She sent me a text that says, Crystal Payne, I'm totally calling you out for saying that your unmade up face is scary on your scope. I mean, I totally get those feelings. I so do. But maybe we could work together on changing what kind of words we use to describe our physical appearances. I love you, my dear. So if you watch that scope, you will notice that I said on there something about my unmade up face being scary. Please post the link. That's at catch.me/MoneySavingMom. So it's katch.me/MoneySavingMom. All of my my scopes from the last 2 weeks are there. Okay, so I, on this scope, said something about my unmade up face being really scary because I have eczema and I have acne, and she called me out on it. And I thought, oh my goodness, she is right. She is right. What kind of messaging am I speaking to myself? What kind of messaging am I sharing with the world about myself? Thanks, Laura, for writing the, and also Bits and Pieces shop. I need to know what your name is, Bits and Pieces. I keep forgetting. Okay, so then she followed up. I said, oh, you're calling me out. You're right. She followed up with this. I've been working through how I think of myself lately. I want to get to the place where I'm okay with my naked face, but it's hard. And I don't think that I need to give up makeup to prove that I'm okay with my naked face, not at all. But there's just something in me that wants to rebel against thinking of my naked face as ugly. That's a belief that totally comes from living in a, quote, pretty culture of magazines and Photoshop and celebrities. I'm trying not to let that be my standard. I like makeup and I like to use it to create a look and accentuate the best features. And yes, hide some of my less awesome ones like dark circles or blemishes. But I want to do it because I'm creating art of sorts, the look I'm creating with makeup, and not because there's something inherently wrong with how God made me. I thought that was so good, and it really challenged me. It really challenged me. What kind of messaging am I speaking about myself to others? What kind of messaging am I speaking about myself to myself? Way to go, Chrissy, that you haven't worn makeup in almost a year. I'm so proud of you. That is such a, that's an inspiration. Okay, so what I really got out of this, though, was the importance of having friends in our life who will challenge us. Friends who will not coddle us, who will just, you know, I don't want the kind of friendships of people who just say, you're amazing, you're amazing, you're amazing. It's like they're just stroking your ego. I want friends who are going to challenge me to be the best version of myself that I can be. Now, that doesn't mean that they're criticizing me all the time. You know, I want constructive criticism, but that doesn't mean that their job is to be my Holy Spirit or to criticize me. It's that I want them to challenge me, to feel comfortable, to send me a text like that and call me out when I say something or do something that needs to be called out. I want those kind of friendships in my life. And so I just wanted to share this to challenge you. Look for those people in your life who are going to challenge you, not coddle you. People who are going to love you for exactly who you are, but people who are going to want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. Because when you surround yourself with those kinds of people, you are going to grow so much as a person because they're going to challenge you and cheerlead you at the same time. And it's a beautiful thing. And maybe you don't have those friendships in your life right now. Start looking for people that you can invest in and be an authentic friend to. But also maybe you find that in the books you read and the podcasts you listen to and the scopes that you watch, that you find that challenge as well. Surround yourself with people who want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be, and you will grow as a result. Okay, so that is the short message that I wanted to share with you today. I also had a couple of other things that I wanted to share with you, and that was, I read this book yesterday. This is by Catherine, I think it's Catherine Rhee. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She has written one book that she wrote that I loved was, she wrote Lizzie and Jane, and she also wrote Dear Mr. Knightley, which was one of my favorite books from this past year. It's a fiction book, and I really enjoyed it. And guys, I'm not even into like Jane Austen and stuff like that. I've not even read the classics, but I loved Dear Mr. Knightley. So I read this book yesterday. This is an advanced reader's copy that she sent to me, or her publicist sent to me, and I really enjoyed it. I finished it yesterday. I've been trying to find a day that I can actually have a few hours to sit down and finish this book. So I read this, so I just wanted to recommend this book to you. I don't think it's available to order yet, but it's available to pre-order, and your library should also have it. So I especially love Dear Mr. Knightley from Catherine Rhee. And so if you are looking for a great novel that also, if you love literature, I think you'd really enjoy Dear Mr. Knightley. So I wanted to recommend that. I also had to show you. So I got home from MomCon, and I had this package in the mail from a reader who I don't know, but she just sent this to me. She sent me she has these coloring journals that she has done. You can see her name on there. These coloring journals that she's done, but then in the package was, oh my goodness, guys, I was so excited about these. I have really gotten into the adult coloring thing. And I have been just using cheap colored pencils that I got for maybe $2 or something. And people keep saying, you have to get these, you have to get these colored pencils. And so I was just blown away that she sent them to me, and I will show you. They're just beautiful. And I used them last night, and I'll show you this. I just printed this off. This is a free coloring page off the internet, and they do work so well. People have told me that they were like so creamy and so fun to use, and I thought, really? Is there a big difference in colored pencils? Really? Well, they were right. These are so fun to use, and they're very expensive, but maybe if you are looking for something to ask for Christmas from someone, that might be a great thing if you are into the adult coloring like I am. Okay, and lastly, we are going to talk about our new book. A new book called Nourished. And this is the book that we're going through this week. And this is a search for health, happiness, and a full night's sleep. You buy those pencils at Michael's and you have a 40% off coupon. That is a great suggestion. 40% off coupon. Do not pay full price for them because they're very expensive, and only get them if you are absolutely sure that, I know I hate to like encourage people to spend money. I just had to show them to you because I was so excited about them. Okay, so Nourished, a search for health, happiness, and a full night's sleep. This is by Becky Johnson and Rachel Randolph, and I read ahead yesterday. I read the first section. And this book is, I'm not familiar with it, so I just found it. I thought it would be great to go through. I will tell you that it's very story driven. So if you just want to get right to the points and you want to get all the practical information, you're probably going to be a little bit frustrated because they weave a lot of story into it. But I found some really good quotes in the first section. I want to read these to you. It says, Bill O'Hanlon of the Pioneers of Solution-Oriented Therapy, sometimes called Brief Therapy, wrote, whenever you are stuck with a problem, try something new. Do something, just one thing different. Break the pattern of the problem. I thought that was a really good quote of, if you're struggling with something and you're feeling like you're just stuck, don't stay stuck there. Do something. What can you change? What small thing that can you change that might make a big difference? The second quote that I loved was, I came to the divine realization that if I were going to survive a life of more pouring out physically and emotionally, I must be more diligent about pauses for refilling. I needed to regularly nourish myself if I was going to take on caring for so many others. Hi, Kristen. And that is so important. We have to be pouring into ourselves if we want to pour out to other people. We have to take time to refill our tank. If we are just pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and never replenishing our supply, no wonder we're going to feel so worn out, so exhausted, and so burned out. We can't keep living like that. We have to replenish our supply. This one question was, what can I tweak in my life to experience less stress and more joy? Here's the book. What can I tweak in my life to experience less stress and more joy? Think about that question. What can I tweak in my life to experience less stress and more joy? I think that asking ourselves that question regularly will be a good thing to really have that kind of, going back to, am I in a good place? Is there something that I need to tweak? Is there something that I need to change so that I can have less stress and more joy? And then I love this, and I thought it goes back to what I was talking about earlier about makeup and about loving the face that you've been given. It was, maybe you don't need a new job, but a fresh attitude instead. Maybe you don't need to lose 20 pounds. You just need to love the body you are in. Maybe you don't need to lose 20 pounds. You just need to love the body that you are in. Sometimes we just need to see the ground that we are on as green pastures and cultivate it and love it and embrace it, instead of spending so much time stressing over what we don't have and what we aren't and what it seems like we can't be. Because sometimes we really cannot change it at that moment. You know, when it comes to weight or something, maybe you're really struggling, maybe you have a thyroid issue, maybe you have another physical issue, and it just feels like you cannot lose weight. I remember after my babies were born, it seemed like for the first 6 months, my body would just hold on to this extra weight. And no matter what I did, I really couldn't get rid of it. And I would be so frustrated. And instead of thinking, you know, my body needs this extra weight right now to nourish this child. And I just thought that that was such a good quote to think of. Maybe we need to change our perspective and love right exactly where we are instead of wishing that we could be somewhere else. Love exactly who we are and exactly where we are. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will be if you want to, I'll be posting about Nourished on MoneySavingMom.com, and if you want to join in and read the book with me, you are more than welcome to do so. I'll be talking about one section per day, per weekday. It's broken into 5 different sections, so I'll be talking about one section per weekday. I'm so glad that you are excited about this study too. I'm excited. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, Amira. You're so great about always putting the links in there. I really appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you back tomorrow around 7:30 a.m. Central Time for more morning motivation.